This week we are going to continue our study of verbs. We're going to talk about three special kinds of verbs. We're going to talk about verb tenses. Verb tenses are past tense, present tense, and future tense. But first, let's think about what is a verb. A verb is a word that names an action or a state of being. Verbs also describe when the action took place. These are called verb tenses. First, we're going to talk about present tense verbs. A present tense verb names an action that happens every day or regularly, or it's about an action that's happening right now. I am taping a grammar lesson. That means I am doing it right now. For a verb or an action that happens every day, for example, I ride the bus to school. Well, that's something that I do every day, so that's considered a present tense verb. Some examples of present tense verbs are on the right-hand side. I brush my teeth every day. I eat pizza for lunch. I am Mr. Brunken. I go to school in the morning. I do my homework after school. I read books in bed. When we look at the sentence, I do my homework after school, it's something that I do all the time. So that's considered a present tense verb because it's something that I do all the time. We also have past tense verbs. Past tense verbs describe action that happened in the past and is finished. That means you already did it. You add d or ed to most verbs to make them past tense. These are called regular verbs. I stopped watching TV. I liked that movie when I was 5. The player kicked the ball. The girls skated around the park. The teacher handed us our test. We watched the fireworks last night. My class played bingo today. I've already done all those actions. That's why they're past tense, because I did them, and I either add d or ed to the end of the verb to make it be past tense. Many verbs change spelling when they become past tense. These are called irregular verbs. In the present form, we would say, she swims across the ocean. Or I could say, I will go swim at my friend's house. Past tense would be, she swam across the ocean. So I cannot add a d or an ed to the end of swim to make it be swimmed, because that doesn't make sense. He rides his bike. That's present tense. I can't just add a d at the end and say he rided his bike, because that doesn't make sense. That's an irregular past tense verb, so it needs to change the spelling, and it will be he rode his bike yesterday. In present, the boys eat cookies. For past tense, we would say the boys ate cookies for lunch. Another verb tense that we're going to be focusing on is future tense verbs. Future tense verbs describe action that will happen in the future. It hasn't happened yet, but it will. You add the word will before a verb to make it future tense. You can also add a be verb and going to, and I'll give some examples of that. So here, just adding the word will. We will eat cake tomorrow. I will ride my bike tomorrow. He will be 10 next year. Or sometimes I can add going to. We are going to the play later. She will go to Japan next year. I am going to sleep soon. Bob will kick the ball when it comes. So let's work on changing these present tense verbs to the past and future tense. So jump, that's a present tense verb. I jump at recess. Okay, I jump every time I play basketball. So we want to make it be past tense, which means I already did it. And the clue to that is the word yesterday in my sentence. I did it yesterday. So I jumped yesterday when I played basketball. So jump with ed. I jumped yesterday when I played basketball. I want this one to be future tense. I will jump tomorrow when I play basketball. There we go. Next, we're going to do the same thing with the word drift. The trash drifts in the ocean. That's present tense because that's what it does all the time. So I want it to be past tense. Yesterday, the trash drifted in the river. I'm adding that ed to make it be past tense. Tomorrow, oh, it hasn't happened yet, so it's going to be future tense, so it will. Tomorrow, the trash will drift in the ocean. And there we go for those answers. Next, the word grab. Present tense, the monkey grabs the tree branch. It's what it does all the time. But yesterday, here's our clue word yesterday, so we know it happened already. So it's going to be a past tense verb. Yesterday, the monkey grabbed the snake. So the monkey grabbed the snake yesterday. And because grab ends with a single consonant, before I put my ending on, I need to double that consonant. So I'm going to have a double B. The monkey grabbed the snake yesterday. The monkey blank a lion tomorrow. Oh, it's going to do it. It hasn't done it yet, but it will. So the monkey will grab a lion tomorrow. And there we go with those answers. So back to our verb tenses. There are 3 verb tenses. We've got past, present, and future. Past meaning that action, because that's what a verb is. A verb is an action. Past tense verb means that action already happened. Present tense means it's happening right now, or it's an action that just happens all the time. Future means it hasn't happened yet, but it will.